All right, we're talking Berwick football. CJ Curry with us, young guy. Here you are. A lot of responsibility. Talk to some of the kids already. You're like, hey, we kind of like that structure. We like that push right now. Talk about where you guys feel like you are as you get ready for camp on Monday.
And I mean, where we've been from January 3rd when we started until right now, it's just night and day. Just trying to change a culture that was broken before, to be honest with you. I mean, from where we were like 5 guys down at the weight room last winter to now this winter being like 25, 30 pretty consistently. So like we have 4 core values that we stand on. That's pride, discipline, commitment, and toughness. And so we've really talked about those things and worked to get better at those things all off season. So I think that we've come leaps and bounds from where we were to start, but just knowing that we can't get complacent with it. Losing most of our firepower from last year, just our quarterback's gone, our best player all around, tight end, defensive end, Harrison Snyder's gone, so big shoes to fill, running back's gone, but we got some young guys who got some great experience last year, so only putting 5 guys back on offense and 6 on defense, but there was a ton of guys that got experience last year, and so they really made it a point to get bigger, faster, stronger this offseason, which is great. They lived in the weight room, had speed training, plyometrics, core, like all the things, and they really made it a point to stay consistent to get better. So really like where we're at going into it. We've done a ton of stuff with injury prevention, and so hopefully, God willing, we can stay healthy, but that's everybody. So, but just really looking forward to seeing what these guys can do with the pads on.
I've been doing this 30 years. 2 of the greatest guys I met along the way, George Curry and Kaz Curry. Talk about, having the influence and knowing you have 2 of the greatest, not just coaches, but people that you could be around and try to take something from them.
First off, thank you very much for saying that. That means everything to me, seriously. I mean, just growing up in Berwick, and I remember my first memory, really as a kid, was being 6 years old, taking a handoff from Tristan DePippo, the starting quarterback, who now I'm coaching his son, who's a freshman. So it's just such a beautiful thing for that to come full circle, and everything I know and all the work ethic and these core values that I know I took from my grandfather. And my dad's my biggest supporter, who's helped me so much along the way right now, and just, from a game planning and just from how to approach this standpoint, because I always kind of compare Berwick to Philadelphia from a fan aspect. They're there for you, but when you struggle or when you're down, they let you know about it. So just being able to be prepared for that, especially with a group of young guys. But those 2, like you said, the greatest influences in my life, and I'm just so blessed and lucky to have them who paved this way for me, and to try to carry on that legacy and tradition, but to do it my way.
It's got to be a little bit of separation of knowing there's some pressure. Oh man, how do I live up to that? At the same time, you got to be your own person,
sure.
But try to do things the right way in 2024. But that weight room was such an integral part. It's the Berwick way. Like, listen, we're blue collar. I don't care how you paint anything. Berwick is blue collar, and you got to have those guys buy in.
No doubt, absolutely. That's the biggest thing. We're just trying to change that culture for each other. That they're working for each other. And I think one of the most powerful quotes for Berwick football is what Ron Paulus said, where when he talked about my grandfather making a 5'8", 215-pound center or nose guard believe that he can beat up on the 6'5", 300-pound guys that they were going against in state playoffs, and they were beating the Aliquippas, and when they were competing with the Woodsons in 1992, and then teams like that, Bishop McNamara. So it's kind of using that same philosophy to try to help these guys to buy in. Hey, we're tougher than you. We're going to be more prepared. That's the biggest thing. Like, we talk about pressure, but if you just prepare, and don't leave any stone unturned, which we've done, some of that pressure alleviates, because and these guys know that they've done everything possible. We've done everything possible to get them ready and to prepare. So, if you kind of come in and you're not sure and you're not ready, but I think that so far so good. We've checked those boxes and making sure that we're prepared.
Talk about continuing to check boxes, whether you're 3-7 or 7-3. Outside's going to judge on the wins and losses, but on the inside, you guys are going to say, did we take a step this year back in the right direction? I'm sure that's what it's all right in your mind right
Absolutely, no doubt. The big thing is to improve every day, every single day. And we just talk about it every day. Stack good days. Get a little bit better today than we were yesterday, and to not have that down slope. We just want to be continuing to improve and stack great days every day, and we'll see where the chips fall. You know what I mean? I think that we have some really, really great senior leadership, some good seniors. We have a great group of juniors. We have some very talented sophomores. And so I think that the sky's the limit, but just to understand that, just keep improving every day. The goal is to go 1-0 every week, and then we'll live with it.
All right, CJ, good to catch up with you. All the best.
Thank you very much. Actually, thank you very much.